And I think Wendy Davis's example is incredibly, incredibly important. As we look back at the Voting Rights Act and then also look at what happened today, because today, another victory, we had DOMA and Prop 8 struck down by the Supreme Court, which is wonderful. Amazing that, they stood up for gay marriage, they stood up for the LGBT movement, they stood up for equality, they stood up for human rights, they stood up for social justice. It's great, so happy, ecstatic to hear that, ecstatic to hear these changes, in our country, in our society. I'm just in a really good mood, really excited about it. Last night when I was watching the whole Wendy Davis SB5 thing unravel, for the last 20 minutes when the crowd was screaming, I was sitting in my chair, whisper screaming along with them as the rest of my family was trying to sleep. I was just like, yeah, I was so invested, so, behind that. So yeah, a lot of excitement. And I think, again, Wendy Davis, she honestly should be one of the central focuses of this week, because of the way she mobilized people, because of her dedication, because of her fortitude. Yes, other people were involved, but just that energy, the charisma she had that brought so many people behind this issue, brought so many people to, tumble about Wendy Davis, brought so many people to tweet, stand with Wendy. Amazing. And I think that type of energy is especially important considering what happened with voting rights and considering what happened with actually gay marriage. Because yes, we've progressed with gay marriage, but I really don't want people to then become one issue activists. Because gay marriage has been a big focus of the media. But there's a lot more to the LGBT movement than just gay marriage. And I really hope people recognize that and continue to fight, continue to show that sort of activism and dedication to the issue, and take Wendy Davis's example. Be willing to just really fight for it. 13 hours, crazy, crazy strength, crazy fortitude. And then again with voting rights, because I really feel that it won't necessarily, even though it went through almost unanimously last time it was brought up in Congress, I don't think it'll necessarily go through easily. I think people who are not going to want this bill to go through, they now have some ammunition. They can say, well, the Supreme Court didn't want this part to go through, why should we renew it? They can say, look at the opinions of, people like, Scalia and Thomas, look at what they said, and blah, 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 blah. They have ammunition to challenge the Voting Rights Act. And so I think we really, really need to push our representatives on voting rights and show the type of energy and fortitude that Wendy Davis did last night, yesterday. We really, really need that energy in our country because it's inspiring, it's empowering, and if we really want to continue progressing, then we're going to need that energy for voting rights, for the LGBT movement, for a lot of different things. And I think that's why Wendy Davis is really the star of this week. Congratulations to her. Congratulations to the women of Texas. Congratulations to the men who stood with the women of Texas. You're all amazing. Just amazing. And I'm so inspired and happy that this happened. It's just crazy. I love it. This is sort of the positive side of politics that we can often forget about, but it's there, it's amazing. We have to be there to seize it, and just use that energy and push forward. So I'm so excited. I'll definitely also be making more videos, specifically probably about the Voting Rights Act and definitely about affirmative action and some of the things Clarence Thomas has said. Not that he's the only one who deserves criticism, just that his comments are some of the ones I want to focus on. So thank you so much for watching. Like, dislike, comment your opinions below. Share if you want to, spread this to people who didn't follow the issue or did follow the issue, whatever. Subscribe if you want to see more from this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon with more stuff on the Supreme Court. Bye.